Hello, I hope all is progressing well. Welcome to, I don't know, we can talk about it, where we discuss myriads of topics civilly, reasonably, and responsibly. My name is Kevin Dufresne. Our first topic is about social media usage. The article really covers data, so covering metrics from a particular population size. The data is showing how demographics use social media in that particular realm. What might cause one to use social media to a particular degree may be in connection with what one is connecting to, what culture one may be subscribing to, what culture one may be growing from. Of course, since the internet is so readily available and accessible to many, then information on the internet is just as accessible and readily available. Why might anyone check social media for any other reason than to appreciate what one subscribes to or to engage with the culture? Myriad reasons are available. I think gathering data of the sort is what is interesting. To have all this data in more areas, so not in one particular area, though on a larger scale, may prove beneficial in understanding why individuals use social media and to what degrees. Is every individual simply consuming? Is every individual finding social media use at a particular time beneficial? I think data of the sort will really make more apparent areas across the globe that may benefit anyone trying to understand what may be correlative and or causative with social media use. I do not use social media heavily or extremely. Now, I mention so because looking at what one might consider heavy or extremely may be subjective, may vary from person to person. A person that uses social media once a month may consider so heavy. I even may consider reading an online newspaper as a form of social media, engaging within the boundaries of communicating 5 to 10 hours or less, possibly, per week. Even so, such numbers may be varying. The reason why I mention so, again, is to pull out how terminology might correlate to how one describes one's usage. When parameters of the sort are clear, then the data becomes even more helpful. So I think the article is introducing what may be apparent, available, larger at scale, though as is, in a light that may be beneficial to have with growing supports evidentially toward better understanding why any might use social media. Our next topic is about eye contact. When assessing why one makes eye contact, one may find many reasons why making eye contact is important. how one makes eye contact. Even considering how I appreciate eye contact, I do appreciate and respect what the eye is capable of. I feel as though human contact, as the article points out, face to face, indicates the eyes may find more value in being of more use than simply eye to eye, which I feel as though is a point of engagement, though what one sees may be beyond one's eye or eyes. So I feel as though, depending on what communication might be like, what are circumstances of communication, using one's visual prowess is wonderful. I don't feel one needs to hardcore stare at a person eye to eye. I do feel as though finding what one may observe may prove beneficial to one. I don't ever want to limit the good capabilities. And I feel as though eye-to-eye contact is a part of a larger bodily language. I feel as though eye contact, how one moves one's eyes, how one moves one's body, all are part of communication. And what one defines as the eye is quite important as well. Understanding the eye in the socket is important, though even considering face to face what is happening in one's face is a part of communication as well. So I feel as though visual prowess needs attention in more well-rounding ways than only eye contact, especially if one is discussing eye contact in a way meaning eye contact without a break to observe what is available, what is appreciable with one's visual prowess. All right. The next topic, origami. Today we're going to make an origami car, somewhat of a 2D car. From square paper, we fold the paper edge to edge in half once. Now what we're going to do is open the sheet, and we're actually going to fold the paper up halfway, one way. And the next portion, we can fold our paper here, down to about the corner, but try to make it even. So, say we'll go here. So, after the first fold halfway, we're going to bend those corners down. Okay? We're going to bend the corners down. And then if you want to make it a little bit more even, if you feel that you find the perfect middle, great. Get that middle ground going. And next, what we're going to do is we're going to just take the bottom portion and we're going to fold it down a little bit more than halfway past the line. So here you see we're a little bit past the line. Now what we're going to do is just fold this portion up, okay? And then fold this portion up. These are our tires, okay? Our tires here. The next thing we're going to do here is we're just going to fold in the corners. Okay? Excuse me. I'm just going to fold in the corners here. And you can have a unique style. Here, just fold in the corner. Here. Right here. Okay? The other thing you can do is go halfway and then bounce back up. Okay? So after you go a little bit more than halfway actually, but to give it some depth, give it some layers, come up here, and voila. So what I've done is somewhat of an accordion fold. So you can, again, from your center fold, just work in a little bit of a fold here, a little bit of a fold down, then create another fold. And as you see, the lines meet here in the middle. Afterward, you can just bend the back in here, so we're going to have a pretty nice card design here. Just fold in this sheet here. You can kind of tuck it if you like. Okay, and then same with the back part. You can just bring it down again. However much you like, really, at this point. And what you have now is a car. So with this, you can just travel where you like. All right. Our next topic is about a physical book. I appreciate reading physical books due to long-term benefits of reading a physical book in connection with spatial development. Longer research than most people alive today. Observing Emotional Intelligence by Daniel Goleman is quite wonderful. The text approaches the biological perspective of a human being to assess emotions with wonderful research, anecdotal, yes, qualitative data supporting the understandings of how one may respond, how one may emotionally progress, how one may emotionally grow. The text explores different forms of intelligences, deep diving into how the human spectrum is far larger than anyone's prior awareness, and how one may grow well-roundedly to ensure one is emotionally sound, one is reasonable. The text offers so much immediately implementable advice, and I feel as though approaching the text with an open mind, looking to assess how one may progress from the information, one may find not only a strong knowledge base to grow from about intelligences, though understand how emotional intelligence is in connection with every facet of intelligences. So, I really appreciate the text. After reading the text, I feel even more capable of being more mindful as an individual, especially because anyone may be going through anything on the outside, on the inside, that one may not be aware of. And I really find being able to acknowledge how one may progress, even if one's circumstances may be a particular way, in a way that is sound with good growth, toward a better future, better futures, being so available is wonderful. And I feel as though working with emotional intelligence and emotional intelligence by getting a goal along work very well together and are very important texts that individuals may build upon toward a better future, toward better futures. The next topic is about a film. I get the chance to watch a film recently, Alien, Romulus. I really enjoy the film. I find Alien brings to the table conversations of artificial intelligence, the progressions of human society in connection with technology and disease, how humans may navigate exploring space, how humans interact, at least may interact, in environments which receive a lot of support from external factors, how the world of work may be in a future, how the child may be in the future, assessing how individuals may attempt to grow symbiotically with technology, what that may mean for individuals, assessing modern work conditions, assessing, speaking of emotional intelligence, intelligences between humans and technology, what is emotional versus what is reasonable, and not only against technology and humans pitting against each other, though human to human and AI to AI. The film brings good topics to converse, assessing the future. What might the future be like if humans are able to doctor children, to biologically engineer an individual? Assessing how science may progress, sciences are always up for a challenge. Science can always change. So I feel as though the film is working within the parameters of human conditions as well as how humans may condition. Looking at the way programming may be for artificial intelligence, looking at how a human programmatically works. It's quite interesting through the film. The film has a lot of meme moments. When watching the film, I assess how the film has scenes that work very well apart from the whole, though stand to converse about, as much as to gather more perspective of what is happening in the film in connection with one's own personal intelligences. Thank you for joining. I don't know. We can talk about it. Onward and Upward, Kevin Dufresne.